Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Thursday the 28th of the 1st, 2021. The time is just coming up to 0500 GMT in the morning. Asian session just coming to a close, European session just firing up, and our lunchtime is the North American US session. So I've made a start, I've written up yesterday's flows and so forth. So, but before I start, yesterday in the video when I wrote up the final bit, I put EU, Euro, Pound, Pound Dollar, Pound Yen. I got those round the wrong way. We are short the pound complex, and I wrote it up incorrectly. Put it down to whatever, too much coffee, not enough coffee, etc. Anyway, let's make a start. Yesterday, Wednesday, then the flows were the dollar was the unopposed positive driver at plus 151. No backdoor flows then, so we've got opposing negative flows coming mainly out of the yen at minus 72, next out of the euro at minus 43, and the pound was the negative rock at minus 36. Right, and that was an activity of plus or minus 151. Intra-week then, so these are the flows that have happened so far this week. More relevant now because we're on Thursday. This is from Monday the 25th, first open to about 15 minutes ago. Right, so we've got a negative driver, opposed driver in the euro at minus 148. Front and backdoor flows. We've got the opposing positive flows were mainly going into the dollar at plus 144 and the pound at plus 97, and the yen was the significant negative rock at minus 93, and that was an activity of plus or minus 241. So we've just got to write up the intra day flows before we can do the analysis. So intraday, so that's today, which is Thursday the 28th of the 1st, open to about 15 minutes ago. So we've got yen, euro, pound, yen, euro, pound, and we've got the dollar on its own as in the positive, plus 57 for the dollar, minus 6 for the pound, minus 16 for the euro, and minus 35 for the yen. That's an activity of plus or minus 57. So we've got a positive unopposed driver in the dollar, a negative rock in the pound, a negative mover in the euro, and a negative secondary driver in the yen. Right, as ever, let's have a look what's going to knock this around. Well, yesterday was the Fed minutes, but that was quite late on in our time. That was early evening, but earlier, a lot earlier, we had German consumer confidence, which took a dive, and we also had the ECB sticking and talking the euro down, saying they were talking about intervention. It won't happen, but that's what they're saying. So we had a two-pronged approach at talking the euro down, and the market, as usual, like sheep, fell into this. So the euro was relatively weak yesterday. Anyway, today we've got German Tier 1 consumer CPI. So we'll see if that trend continues in weak German data. But from the data cycle, the model data cycle, it looks like the German data is going to at least stabilise and carry on. But we'll see. And Friday we've got tomorrow we've got German GDP. So that will sort of put the cap on it really as to where we are in those terms. Now next week, Thursday, what is it? The 4th. We've got the pound rates decision, Bank of England minutes, etc. And that week, next week, is NFP, non-farm payrolls week. But the thing to notice is that the pound is now data-wise basically out the game. There's not much relevant data till next Thursday, so that's something to bear in mind. Right, let's have a look at these flows then. So yesterday we had the dollar as the unopposed positive driver. Now that's an extreme position normally, so this is either a dollar top or a dollar continuation on the up. Now intra-week then we've got the dollar just beaten in terms of positively driving by the euro. So the euro was minus 148 as the negative opposed driver, and the dollar was plus 144, but there wasn't much in it. So the euro just had it by a nose. So the euro was the negative opposed driver, and the dollar was sucking up quite a lot of those flows. And so far today, Asian session, we've got the dollar carrying on with this positive unopposed driver situation, plus 57, and the yen, the euro, and the pound is the negative rock, so the pound's resisting the most. So right, so let's rub this out and try and make some sense of what's going on. Right. So we've had a lot of rates decisions last week and this week. And really the pound is the last one next Thursday, which is a fair way off now. So we're still let's get this right today. Euro pound. Now we're long the euro pound because we're trying to sell the pound. The pound dollar we're short, and the pound yen we're short. So those are our current positions. We had to do a little bit of nifty footwork yesterday and swapped out quite a few trades. We've got how many trades we've got? We've got 5 full trades running, 3 in the euro pound long, 1 each in the pound dollar and the pound yen. We had to do significant amount of swapping out, and by that I mean we just basically chopped out the old trade and re-entered fairly immediately, booking the loss. And overall we're about minus 50 points overall. But our positions, we're very happy with our positioning. So that just gives you an idea anyway. So we're expecting those trades to come good, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't still be holding them. So we're expecting the pound to weaken. And if you look here, so right, the pound yesterday had relatively small outflows. It was a negative rock. It's still where are we? It's the positive mover over the week, and it's the negative rock today. So it's thinking about it. The pound is thinking about coming off, but not quite happened yet. Hence we're about 50 points underwater on the trades. But anyway, that's a side issue. So let's look at the other components: dollar, yen, and euro. Now the euro has been under a fair bit of pressure. We're going to get this data coming out today and tomorrow, but we think the euro is pretty cooked to the downside, so we're going to go neutral to up on the euro. And then the dollar, obviously it's had a good ramp up, but that doesn't mean it's finished. So we think the dollar's neutral to up as well, and the yen depending on the equity transmission, and equities are very sort of twitchy at the moment. The yen is likely to be neutral to dropping off, soft. So that's where we're at. We're going to stick with these positions. We're 3 times long the euro pound. We're 1 short the pound dollar, and we're 1 short the pound yen. And those aren't the original positions; those have been messed about with. If you're trading any other pairs, we think the flows are going to be like so. So coming out the pound when it eventually gets the full message, the euro is going to be neutral to on the up. When it gets the full message, the euro is going to steam, and the yen's neutral to down, and the dollar's neutral to up. So I hope that was useful. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.